I know how it feels to sleep alone. I know how it feels to walk this road alone.
That's if a command. Why are you complaining? Just get the work done. And I don't think that Cameroonians hate Cameroonians that much to not want to support our own and put these guys out there. But there's work to be done. And they are not doing the behind the scene work. You think that because you sit on the microphone and people clap for you, you have made it. Okay, go ahead and keep making it. If your new profession is complaining, keep complaining. Let's see what it solves. You have been complaining for a while now,
Yeah, so I think that's been the talk of the internet and the talk of most Cameroonians. I'm on both sides though. I'm on the fence. I'm on both sides. It's not just all that. Yeah, you have to put in the work. You need your management team. You need to do politics. You need to shake hands with these guys. Or this whole thing is about scratching my back and I scratch your own. Yes, we know all these things, right? Yeah, but from everything you just said, okay, life, music, Cameroon, the world right now is run by a capitalist system. So you need to play the capitalist game for you to get the opportunities which you think for most people or the outsiders, they may see like you deserve it. Okay, but behind the scenes you have games, politics, capitalist games you're playing for you to make those major plays and for you to put your chips in all those big positions like the chess. But in another sense, there's also another thing we call patriotism, right? Because trust me, there's no country that will host any competition and there'll be no like mainstream. Yeah, those kids were Cameroonians, right? Those kids were Cameroonian, like the bands, they expose all the cultures in Cameroon. Like one of the things I was saying the last time we talked about it on the last episode, I said this kind of event, the reason why countries want to host this kind of events is one, for commercial gain, two, to sell to bring business to the country. Because when you have this kind of events, these fans and football lovers, they'll come from all over Africa, they'll come to the country, the economy will be booming for that moment, the time where these guys will be in the country, right? Then the third thing is to expose some of the things you have in your country, like the culture and the sound, and to export some of legacy or acts out of Cameroon. Maybe you may have, because you have Fally already. Fally, he did a great job. He's perfect. Like this whole thing we are doing, Fally, I don't see why most people or some people are going at Fally. Fally was just doing his job. He's an artist. He was called to do his job. He did it very well, right? He did his job perfectly. But the next thing is, okay, you brought somebody like a Fally. You know the magnitude Fally is at. You know the position he's at. Okay, the next time Cameroon is almost like grooming or attaching something you already have to something that is that big, so you can now have something of that magnitude. You understand? That's where the patriotism come in. That's where we keep aside the commercial or the greed, because commerce is all about self-interest and survival, and greed, that's commerce. There are some times in life where you need to put aside the commerce and consider, okay, it's almost like, okay, right now if I mess with this thing, I can get 10 francs, okay? But if I forgo this thing right now and pick this, I will make 5 francs, but I'll make 5 francs for the next 5 years. That's more than the 10 francs I would have just received now, and that's it. Those are some of the plays these kind of organizers or these kind of people need to do, and they need to take, like, that's where the patriotism come in. That's why I understand when some of these artists complain. Some of them are the brink of, let's just say, breaking it. They've dominated or conquered the Cameroon level. These kind of events are the kind of events that some of them need to break through to the, let's just say, to the sphere Fally is in. They already have Fally in Cameroon, okay? Using Fally and these guys, you're breaking them through. Because trust me, that when Diamond Platinum, before he, let's just say, his collaborations with, let's just say, Davido and all these guys, he had conquered his country. He needs something from the other side to collaborate with him, to take him to the sphere where that guy is, so that other guys now in the country, they can, when they link up to him, they'll get to that sphere. That's one of the reasons why most of these big events you see, like African Nations Cup, Basketball Cup, Olympics, most of these things, most of these guys host these events to bring talents or market. It's commercial. It's also commercial. but they use patriotism to link what they have to those things, those bigger things out there, so they can have some of those bigger things, so they have something to leverage and something to capitalize on. The next time they need something like that to generate revenue or to do some another kind of project like that. So understand, I'm on both sides. Fally is just an artist who was brought to perform, to do what he did. He did it very well.
But on the other hand, don't you think that, I agree with what you have said, but don't you think that we need people in the teams of these artists to make this kind of case you are making?
Okay.
You go to the management of CAF. If you have done a favor with them in the past, definitely you already have their numbers and you guys are friends like that. Tell them, this is the vision we have. Now, if we create our own Fally in Cameroon, subsequently we want to do this, he can do this. There is always some negotiation and some bargaining to be done. You cannot just sit in your power and just come and throw millions on your face. Take.
I recall when they said Cameroon artists should record songs or present songs which they can use as theme songs for this event, right? I recall there was like a special event organized by, let's just say, officials in FECAFOOT and some guys in FIFA. At that time, the election for this president of FECAFOOT was still going on. They organized something like that where artists come and perform songs and submit songs. Salatier went with that song that Toutes les mélodies de l'Afrique. Like the way they performed the song, he came with a team, he came with his dancers, like the way they could performed it there, it was like everybody like stood up. But to me, the way the reception at that event went, I just thought maybe that song would be part of this whole launching. But those guys crashed it. Let's not say these guys were just dumber, like nobody did anything. Some people did something. It may go back to the point where Wax they said maybe some guys are doing some of their things behind the scenes by themselves. But it doesn't take away from the fact that somebody or these guys are doing something, reaching out to the right people, appearing in this event. Yeah.
The man in the market pushing his truck, he's doing something. The man in CDC clearing the farm, he's doing something. But are you doing the something that is taking you to the something that you want? I don't think so. So if they're still complaining, then they're not doing the something that they have to do. They're not done enough.
No, get my point. You said the man pushing the truck in the market is doing something. The person clearing the bush is doing something. Okay, the person clearing the bush. If that person clears the bush, okay, let's just say he grows the cocoa or the coffee and takes it out of the farm. You know. But he needs to take it to the
I don't think I'm on me clean. Fuck all that shit. I know they hear anything. Blow away man on the slip. Enter the street. When I link up with my G's, all my DR for his skin. Transfer the 500k for my rebe. Brand new flask skin, send out for rebe. Gather the rest of the budget. Then open a gun and I even some wine, some coin. Man get to trip. Pull up in the brand new whip. Small guy they start to skip, but your man get sense. Small guy they want check sense. First be a HIV test.
So then the wholesaler said, nah, I don't want your coffee. I think I already have somebody I want his coffee for. When he already said you guys should bring the coffee to me, he will see them, weigh them, and see the best for him to buy.
Why does he want the other person's coffee?
That's why I say another one. It goes with something like preference. One, personal preference, personal interest. That's why I say it's a commercial word. It goes with personal interest.
Something like CAF cannot go off personal preference. Now, if it's commercial preference, as you have said, then it is your job as a person selling to understand what is that person's preference and provide it.
No, understand this. They wanted a theme song for that event because all the songs Fally performed there, those were not themes. Those were his hit songs that he has that play around Cameroon.
So maybe that is not what they wanted. At times in Cameroon, we know they put out press release, on veut ça pour le job. Mais ce n'est pas ça qu'on veut.
So why put out that kind of press release?
Point is that,
and with that said, if you're listening to me for the first time, click that subscribe button down there to get part of the family. When you click the subscribe button, click the bell. When you click the bell, put it on. Okay? It's your boy Liby. It has been long that I haven't talked or seen you guys one-on-one. Yeah. I'm out.